EA Sports. In today's game, time of possession is something to watch. The Cowboys are top 10 in first downs, and they go up against the Redskins team that wants to control the game as well.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do, but that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
That's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward. Bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Marshall, deep ball for Goodwin. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage. especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. Looking to throw. Marshall. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it will be fourth down. Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 18-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Jonathan Allen, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. A handoff left, Elliott. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He'll look to throw. Muscles by at the 25. Oh, he got position on him and he pulls it in. Needed 13, and with a good spot, they got 13 and a first down. Down carry by Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
So 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 16. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Second down now after the pass completion. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff running off tackle right. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Third down. That's Marshall. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Here we go.
And here's Marshall. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Here we go.
To throw on second down, Marshall. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd and 5.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Jordan Reed has it, and he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he shifts past him and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Back to throw. Marshall. Throw left side complete. That's Hamilton. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 11-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On 1st and 10, Marshall. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And out of bounds just shy of the end zone at the 1. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Marshall. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 13-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's got some space here. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Elliott running right. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Redskins scoop it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Often on fumbles, fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Let's go. Run, 38.
Looking to throw on second down. Marshall. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like the call. Inside the red zone running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Here we go.
In motion, the tight end Reed. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. Looking to throw. Marshall. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And now here come the Cowboys. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
12 yards there as they move the chains. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A give to Elliott running left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Now let's go. Leopard. Leopard. We got three, fellas. We got 3. No. Check. Patriots.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go now. Green. Gun.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. The second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And almost intercepted. If he could have picked it, maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's third down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Going up top. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Let's round! Let's round! Here we go! Ohio! Let's round!
They'll run with Marshall. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Throwing on first down. Marshall throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go! Let's round!
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Redskins on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 14 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Marshall. And an alley to run. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Keith Marshall, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The give is to Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Shipped together here from the D-line. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
All right, here we go.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now.
They'll drop the throw. And he's got his man on the out route. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
they?
When
we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Now let's go.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And some room to work. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2nd down following the run. Defense showing blitz. Now they try the right side here. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll look to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Bailey now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. If this was boxing, you think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
This is Marshall. And an alley to run. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A little juke. And down inside the 15 he goes. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate. So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
To throw on second down, Marshall. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Redskins on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a handoff here to his running back. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Come on, let's go!
They'll run for it with Marshall. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Keith Marshall, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
No, check, page
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 17 there. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. It gets intercepted.
Now a handoff as they run left side. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he is knocked down from the side. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Jeff Swain, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let it fly. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. The Redskins on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun. Marshall. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.